You
Madam,
can
may
use...
crush pa ba tayo sa panahon
Oo nga
ngayon?
wala
Uso
na.
pa ba yung crush?
Kayo na lang mga madam. Wala na kami. Tapos na kami dyan. So,
Except ko si Vika sa touch.
ay. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Camp Confidence.
I love it, madam. I'm so proud of you that you finally taken it upon yourself to finally do that. Grabe. Ibang-iba na sobrang natural na kay Madam Rizza.
Oh my gosh, who is she? Wala akong script masyado today. Thank you for the
Actually,
training of Madam Ayin.
You have improved so much. And even like just the confidence and the spontaneity to talk. Iba talaga. Grabe yarn.
Oh my gosh, madam, sobrang na-miss kita. Na-miss ko din ang mga madams natin here over at Camp Confidence. We missed you last week.
Sorry guys. Alam nyo naman ang ganaps lately.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy time. Honestly, I feel like you guys have witnessed how we've grown in the past how many years, months, joke. 1 year, mga more than a year na.
More than a year.
More than a year. Tapos we''ve had so many dreams and plans in the last year na pa konti-konti na achieve.
Yeah.
So thank you mga madam for watching us grow through this past year.
For evolving with us as well. I love getting messages from all of the madams na parang, I love growing with you. And it really resonated with me kasi itong program and podcast naman talaga natin is all about growth and all about, alam mo yan, flourishing, blooming.
Being a work in progress.
Exactly. Being
Which
a
was
work in
why
progress
I
talaga.
love, madam, our topic for today. So the title of this episode is Defy To Be Greater, what we did to overcome our heartbreaks.
Yes, all of our heartbreaks and obstacles and all of the difficulties we experienced in the past, I don't know, 31 years and
31 years? Parang
Oh
hindi
my
naman,
gosh.
madam. 31 na
Stop.
yan. But anyway, so today we're gonna talk about our heartbreaks and how we overcame them. Pero before that, pag-usapan muna natin yung stress lately, because this is one of the things na talagang hindered us, I guess. And this is not like a once in a lifetime kind of thing. It's like a daily basis.
Yes.
The stressors, the manifestations of stress. Ano yung sa'yo, madam? Like, how do you know na you're stressed out physically? Kasi emotionally, alam natin yan. Pero physically.
Physically, definitely, my skin is dull. Alam mo yung, tas parang, my skin is dull, parang I feel dehydrated always, na parang feeling ko lagi akong uhaw, ganyan. Sa hair ko naman, it gets really dry. I mean, I have I'm grateful for my set of hair kasi ang kapal niya. But sometimes, kapag stressed ka, parang ang daming tutsyang, ganon. Parang kahit kailangan mo siyang i-blower talaga para umayos and stuff. Tapos, ano pa ba? Hindi ako makatulog. Ako naman, it could either be, hindi ako makatulog or sobrang antok ako or kaya magbe-binge eat ako. Ganyan ako pag stressed. Ikaw, madam, how about you? Ano yung mga physical telltale signs?
Yung low energy, for sure. Because, you know how, pagka, ikaw, diba, hindi ka makatulog. Ako naman, parang wala akong choice kundi matulog. Kasi I'm just so depleted from all of the stress. Na, yun talaga what I tell people. Parang, what do you do when you're so stressed? Sabi ko, I take a nap. Kasi hindi ko talaga minsan kinakaya. And the stress, like, really penetrates my whole being. Pagkatao ko na, I'm like, and nakikita ko rin siya even, like, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but hair fall is a huge thing for me. Now, when especially, I think now is even more so now with all of the heat styling, ganyan. Pero even just on a regular basis, kahit hindi recently, one of the things na talaga na-notice ko pag stressed ako is pag nagsha-shower ako, sobrang daming natatanggal na hair as in. And it's not, it's not helpful for my confidence at all. So, that's one of the things, just like you, I can see the stress manifest in front of me and my body and my hair. But just like our stories for today, our Defy To Be Greater stories for today, we would also love to introduce the all-new Cream Silk Ultimate Hair Fall Defiance. So this is our ultimate hair fall solution with 3 times keratin and revolutionary fiber actives that strengthen and protect from hair fall at the cellular level.
Yes, madam.
Ito yan.
3 times. Ayan. Ang ganda. Color natin today. Alam mo ba, madam, emerald green ang theme namin ng wedding namin.
Oh my gosh!
Share ko lang.
That's so nice.
Yes. It's actually one of my favorite colors talaga. So yes, madam, going back to Cream Silk, I love that this product has thrice the keratin. So thrice din na stronger ang hair mo. And thrice the confidence and thrice the strength for us. Diba?
Aww. Truly. And, okay, we want to take this time to talk about the product itself.
Yeah.
Kasi it comes in 2. Ayan. So, when we talk about the ultimate hair fall Defiance, it's not just the conditioner, it's also the treatment. So, this one is the conditioner, you guys. So, this one we can use daily. It strengthens our hair at a cellular level, like I said earlier. 3 times keratin and fiber actives. And talagang every day, you use it, you feel it in your hair, you feel the nourishment talaga. Now, on the other hand, madam, tell us about this little thing.
So, itong Cream Silk Triple Keratin Rescue Ultimate Hair Fall Defiance Treatment Shot. Ginagamit to once a week. So, conditioner, ganyan. And then, ito, once a week for your extra boost ng hair strength. Parang, pack, ganon. It contains intensive nourishment and conditioning agent. So, ito mas potent talaga to compared to the conditioner. So, maybe if kinabukasan, mag-hair treatment ka or may event or may Zoom meeting, kahit Zoom meeting lang, nakasama mo yung crush mo.
Madam, may crush pa ba tayo sa panahon ngayon?
Wala
Uso
na.
pa ba yung crush?
Kayo na lang mga madam. Wala na kami. Tapos na kami dyan. So,
except ko si Vico sa
ay. So, ayun. So, it gives you 10 times hair fall protection. Very good to actually kapag yun nga, i-blow dry mo or isi-steam. Ipa-plancha yung hair. Kasi nga, it has triple the keratin with fiber actives for as low as virtually 0 hair fall.
Diba? Parang, at home salon experience. Because I remember, usually you need to go out, but look at it. It's in such a small but powerful package. Yes. I love it.
Parang tayo.
5'3" yarn.
Yes, 5'2" yarn.
Ay, mas natangkad pala ako sa'yo 1
inch. Yes, 1 inch. Yes. Tangkad mo talaga, sis.
I know. Thank you. Ayan. That being said,
yes.
Mag-ano naman tayo. I want to talk about your story because we talked about how we defy our physical stresses and the manifestations of stress. But let's talk about your story, madam, and how you defy to be greater. Because I think we touch on these on our other episodes, pero very briefly. But I really want to get to know itong story na to, especially for our madams na nakikinig. Na,
ayan.
Anong pinaka heartbreak mo na I think you want to talk about today?
Actually ako, ang isa siguro sa mga recent heartbreaks that I was able to encounter was 2019 noon. We were looking at expanding kasi ako pangarap ko talaga, isa sa mga pangarap ko in life to have a zero waste grocery store. So, I have been manifesting this. I have been praying for this na, gosh, gusto ko talaga ng zero waste store. Yung tipong I will invite other brands, other local brands, other small and local brands para makapag-refill sila, ganyan. And then, alam naman nating lahat na 2020 has other plans for all of us. For all of us. So, yung zero waste dream ko nun was shattered. Kasi nung 2019, we invested on a bigger place. Nag-sign na kami ng lease for the bigger place para dito sa zero waste grocery store na to. Tapos, nagpagawa na kami ng mga shelves, ganyan. Pero yun nga, 2020 happened, my friends. And alam naman natin kung gaano tayo naapektuhan yan. So now, what we did, we pivoted.
Pivot.
Favorite word natin to for the entire 2020 and up until now. So definitely the business pivoted with our plans. So sabi ko nga, so syempre hindi safe yung physically pumunta ng store. So I think we should halt it. We should pause these plans for a while. Pero ang ginawa namin is doon namin hinaus yung mga tao namin. Kasi doon namin nilagay yung fulfillment namin, yung packing and ng mga Lana products, mink products, everything products, ganyan. Kasi that time, ang naka-launch lang nun is Lana and mink. And then, I was really thinking na parang if this goes on for a long, long while, etong stage na to, etong phase na to na lahat online, parang hindi ata ako matatahimik kung etong brands lang na to ang bubuhay sa mga tao ko. Honestly, people have been asking me bakit ang dami kong brands, bakit ang dami kong tinatayong business. I wanna be transparent and honest na dahil talaga to sa ang daming nakaasa na sa aking pamilya. Right now, we currently have 85 employees sa
my God.
Sa sa IO. IO kasi yung pangalan ng corporation and then below that are the brands. So, etong mga to 85 na pamilya yung nakasalalay sa akin kasi madalas yung mga tao namin are breadwinners. So, sabi ko, I can't slack off. I cannot hindi ako pwedeng matigil na ito lang, Lana at mink lang. Kasi what if? Kasi I'm a very positive person, but I'm also a realist na what if ganito yung mangyari. Kasi in business talaga dapat in both sides, the good and the bad, napaplano mo na-foresee mo kung ano yung, dapat you have to be proactive versus being reactive as a business person, as a businesswoman. Mm-hmm. So now, ano yung pwede kong gawin? Iniisip ko, ano yung mga pwede kong expansions na just in case Lana and mink falls, ano pa yung ibang sasalo sa amin. So that's why I built quite a few more brands. So we built Talaala, we built the jewelry store, we built Wim Manila, the sticker store, and Ambush Clothing, our clothing line. And we are in process, parang gumagawa pa rin kami ng iba pang brands. And now, may restaurant na din. Kasi nga,
Yahoo!
Hindi talaga pwede. Yun talaga parang hindi siya selfish reason for me. Kasi, at the back of my head, yun talaga yung rason na what if this falls, paano yung ibang mga tao ko? Yun talaga yung pinaka nagpapapanik sa akin, but at the same time it fires me up. Alam mo yung merong isang bagay na it drains you but it also fires you up at the same time, at the very same time. Parang yun siya sa akin, yung business siya sa akin. So masaya akong ginagawa siya, pero minsan nakaka-stress din talaga, nakaka-deplete din talaga. And it's very normal kapag entrepreneur ka. So, ayun, mamaya na yung ibang kwento kung paano natin na-survive yan. But, kasi ang dami ko pang chika, mga 2 hours na tayo dito.
Pero madam, yung like going back to the pivot, at the beginning kasi parang we saw, I guess from an outsider's perspective, nakita namin na, okay, you built Lana, and then Lana was a lot of years in the making, and then you built Mink, and then Talaala, blah, blah, blah. But then, there was a point at the beginning na you had to stop the zero waste store, which was, okay, to give you guys a clear picture, this is a commercial space and mahal ang renta ng commercial
Yes.
space, mahal magpaayos ng commercial space. Like she said, di ba may mga shelving na, ganyan. And that takes a lot of money. So, I'm just imagining, like, as an entrepreneur too, na ang laki ng pera na ano mo na, like, nalabas.
Yeah.
Ang laki na ng pera na lumabas to make this happen. And then on top of that, you had to sustain yung housing your employees. So, what was going through your head while this was happening na palabas yung pera? And we were, in the middle of this crazy time. Ano yung...
Yeah.
How did you defy that? Na parang, I feel like, ewan ko, parang yung pressure na, oh my gosh, you need to survive this. And it's like a lot of risk too. How did you defy to come out of that stronger and greater? Because that's really, to me, the biggest question mark. Paano mo ginawa yun?
Ako, definitely, it was a very, very large risk, yes. And hindi rin naman kami mayaman. Hindi kami masyadong liquid, honestly, nung time na yon. Kasi nga, nakalabas yung pera dun sa pagpagawa ng nung zero waste store nga. And then, nag-usap kami, nag-business meeting kami ni Josh na parang, Josh, paano to? Anong diskarte natin? Paano ba natin gagawin? And the only thing that's inside our heads is that kailangan nating tulungan yung mga empleyado natin. Kahit sabi namin, okay lang na magutom tayo, basta merong kakainin yung mga empleyado natin. Kasi, na-touch nga namin yung savings namin nun eh. Na-touch namin yung savings namin to the point na, kasi iniisip namin na bigay namin yung half ng 13th month para makapamili na sila nung day na before ECQ, March 15 ata. Tama. March 15, before ECQ, yun na talaga. Parang, it wasn't even a hard decision for us na, okay, sige, bigay na natin yung 13th month. Kahit madedeplete talaga tayo for sure. Pero kasi, sila rin naman yung tumutulong sa atin eh, para umunlad. Parang, it sounds cheesy, pero kasi yun talaga yung nasa utak namin nun, na etong mga taong to, we need to keep them safe. We need to keep their families fed. Kasi, sila yung tumutulong sa atin every single day for that. So, I think, mahirap talaga siya. At na-touch kami financially. I mean, na-affect kami financially. Pero, it was a small sacrifice for the employees. Yun talaga yung pinaka-naisip namin. We want to keep them safe and their families safe talaga.
Ano, madam, yung parang checklist mo na, okay, we are going to do this, pero ano yung kailangan mong ma-secure to make sure na you can bounce back? Kasi I think that's another thing na people might be thinking about na, okay, ano yung mga non-negotiables in order to earn back what you invested, what you lost in the process? Ano yung parang binantayan mo talaga na, okay guys, now we gotta hustle. Ano yun, like, on a practical level, ano yung mga yun?
Ako talaga, definitely sales. We really hustled a lot na parang we doubled, we tripled our social media presence, our online presence. We collaborated with a lot of people. We partnered with a lot of influencers na parang to help us then cope with the financial loss that we had. But ako kasi, lagi namin iniisip ni Josh na if ang loss mo is pera, that's the best loss. Kasi if you lose your employees, if you lose relationships, if you lose your clients, mas mahal yun. Kasi sa amin nga, lagi naming sinasabi na ang pinakamadaling problema is pera. Kasi ang pera, ma-earn mo yan, mahahanap mo yan, mahihiram mo sa ibang tao. Pero what if you lose a family member? What if you lose an employee? Hindi naman mababayaran ng pera yun eh. What if you lose a relationship? Hindi mababayaran ng pera yun. So, mahirap, yes, kasi sasabihin nila na, syempre kasi marami kang pera, kaya sinasabi mo na ang pinakamadaling problema is pera. Pero kasi, kahit naman nung wala pa akong pera, yes, pinoproblema ko siya. Pero, ang isa sa mga pinaka-inaalagaan ko talaga is relationships. Kasi again, mahirap at nakaka-stress kapag pera ang usapan. Pero mas mahirap mas nakaka-stress kapag health ng family member mo ang problema. Health ng relationships mo ang problema mo. Health ng relationship mo sa sarili mo ang problema mo. So, yun talaga yung pinaka-mindset naming dalawa ni Josh. Na if it's money, okay lang, ma-earn natin yan ulit. We just need to hustle harder. Yun nga. Yun.
Parang I think it's important to note na after all of those years, you should go back to our other episodes na, like getting here financially took you a lot of work and a lot of time. But if there's any lesson na I'm taking away from it, it's that madidiskartehan mo yun. Kaya siyang diskartehan. There's a way to work around it. There are people willing to help if you need help. There are ways to learn skills we lack. Kung meron mang kulang sa kaalaman natin, sa diskarte natin. Luckily, we have resources to learn those things. Pero, at the end of the day, ang hindi natin basta-basta, masasalba is if we mess the relationships that we have, especially surrounding these important things. So,
yes.
Taking notes.
Ay, nako. Ikaw, madam, can you make kwento of your biggest heartbreak?
Biggest heartbreak. Actually, hindi naman.
Okay,
like, you know what?
Okay.
The way that I think about it now, I don't even look at it as like my biggest heartbreak. I look at it as the biggest thing that propelled me forward. Kasi looking back, I'm not heartbroken over it anymore, but it really pushed me to switch my life up. As nagbago talaga buhay ko, madam. As in, I will never forget turning 23. Turning 23. When I turned 23, okay, let's preface this, sorry. Nung nag-intern ako, I had a boss. I was 19, 20 years old at that time. Tapos yung boss ko, si Iggy, who was a guest on this podcast bago kami ni Rizza nag-start hosting together. And sabi ni Iggy sa amin, 23 si Iggy nun, ako 19. Sabi ni Iggy, okay, my challenge to you guys is pagka 23 na kayo, dapat nalagpasan niyo yung narating ko. Tapos I was like, paano ko yun gagawin? Kasi Iggy, at that time, like, he seemed so successful and he really was very talented. I mean, he was managing us at 23. So, to me, iniisip ko yung 23. Parang, anong gagawin ko sa 23 to
Ilang taon
be
ka
like...
nito, madam?
19 ako nito.
Okay.
Tapos, I was thinking, oh my gosh, how many years do I have until 23? Like, what could possibly happen to my life? That it would change so much. And it did. As in, like, when I turned 23, it was life-changing. And here's why. So the story is, I was actually engaged at 22. I was so young, you guys. I was so young. And during this time, like, can you imagine? I'm 26 now and I feel like I'm bagets. So when I was 22, I was much, much younger. Tapos, I was in a relationship. I got engaged really early because it was a long distance relationship. So parang there was this sense of urgency na you don't really get to see each other often and you just want to close to the distance. So then I moved to Tokyo. Imagine at 22, madam.
Grabe, madam.
Can you imagine moving to a different country? Tapos ano pa to I moved my job, as in like I had to switch to work from home during the time na hindi naman uso work from home. As in I had to negotiate with my bosses and sabi ko I need to be able to work remotely. If you wanna keep me, papayagan niyo ako mag-work remotely, and they did.
Yeah.
Tapos long story short, I won't go into the details, but hindi kami nagkatuluyan. So, on my 23rd birthday, as in the day itself, I flew home to the Philippines. And I felt like a failure. Grabe talaga yun, madam. Kasi, imagine, birthday ko, I was on a flight home, tas wala akong sinabihan na I had this
Grabe.
feeling na it was over na. Hindi ko na makikita ulit yung ex
Oo.
ko. And it was like I had to start my life all over again because I was so sure that that was gonna be the rest of it. Pero, sabi ko, wala na akong choice. I need to take matters into my own hands. Ako na bahala sa sarili ko. So, from my 23rd birthday, sabi ko talaga, I need to take care of myself as in the best way I know how. Kasi, turns out, di ko maaasahan yung ibang tao to be like, I'm gonna take care of you.
Which is
Diba?
true.
So, what happened was, since then, 23 ako nun, I started freelancing again. Ayan, bumalik na ako sa hustle ko na extra jobs, extra whatever. And then, December that year, di ba umuwi ako? Noong December, nag-Christmas ako with my family sa Baguio. The thing is, talagang kinuwento ko na, pero the thing is, I thought hindi ko na sila makakasama for Christmas or anything like that. So to me, I was like, akalain mo yun, nakasama pa rin ako, nakabalik ako sa Baguio. Kasi dun kami every year nagki-Christmas. And then, super randomly, a friend of a friend was also in Baguio. Kasi taga dun yung family niya.
Okay.
Tas Christmas Day that year, sabi sa akin, hey, Ayin, I'm in Baguio. Do you wanna have coffee? So this was like December 25. Tapos sabi ko, honestly, tinatamad ako noon kasi ang lamig sa Baguio. Gusto ko lang humiga. Pero nag-yes na kasi ako. Yun nga eh. Tapos parang, sige na nga, ano ba yan? Sige, fine, magko-coffee na ako. Hindi kami close na tong girl na to. Tapos parang, fine. Ito na nga. Ito na, papanindigan ko na pagka-extrovert ko. Let's go. So then I had coffee with her. And this was Janica. Her name's Janica. We had coffee. Tapos, we got along so well. We were both heartbroken at that time. Tapos, nag-bond kami over that. Then, come January, she texts me again and says, hey, Ian, do you wanna go to Spain? Sabi ko, what? Sabi ko, what? You wanna go to what? Spain? Tapos sabi niya, yeah, kasi merong job. Like, all you need to do is go to the interview, ganyan. I'm actually going to my interview now. You should submit your application. So then, me being like, okay, ano nang gagawin ko sa life ko? I just wanna be, I wanna be better than this. I wanna be more. I wanna experience more. So, I applied. I got in. And after I turned 24, like a few days after I turned 24, I flew to Madrid. And I moved to Spain. I spent the next year. Grabe talaga. As in, I went from like dependent. I moved to Tokyo to meet somebody and be there with them. To moving to Madrid and being like, ako magbabayad ng apartment ko. Ako magbabayad ng plane ticket ko. Grabe talaga. Sabi ko, I need to fix this. I need to take control. And that's what I did when I was 24. Tapos alam niyo naman what happened after that. After that, I continued my YouTube channel. I started the business Morena the Label. And then I moved back. And then we started Camp Confidence. We started... And then here we are.
And then
this. Alam mo ba, madam, na I was conceptualizing Camp Confidence in Spain?
Wow, really?
Yes.
Tsaka doon din
that.
kita finalo. When you started, Spain vlogs pa ako, I subscribed to your YouTube channel. Tapos parang sabi ko, I love this girl.
Oh my God.
I like this girl. Tuwang-tuwa ako sa'yo nun. I swear, grabe. Tsaka, madam, can you imagine if you did not take risks? If you did not decide na parang eto na talaga, I need to pivot. I need to stand up for myself. Kasi din talaga aside from waiting for opportunities, it's about grabbing every single opportunity that's in front of you din talaga. Kasi it's proactive work din talaga.
Sobra. Tsaka parang, I realized na it really was not one big decision that changed my life. It was many little
Yes.
decisions that compounded over time na ngayon looking back, they all make sense. Na parang pagbalik ko, pagtingin ko dun sa mga nangyari, oh, they make sense. But at the moment, nothing made sense. As in, nothing made sense. I just...
You'll maybe feel like parang ano ba to? Iba-iba yung
Ginagawa
ginagawa
ko.
ko. Kasi 'di ba, tingnan mo, nagti-teach ka ng English sa Spain, tapos biglang mo na the label, and then you were conceptualizing Camp Confidence. If you were going back doon sa time na yun, parang ano ba to? Parang I'm doing so much na parang walang sense. Pero now,
It all
natitingnan
makes
natin siya. Okay. Now na you are running for MUP. Kaya pala kaya pala nag-Toastmasters ka, kaya pala nag-sign up ka kay Coach Sandro, 'di ba? Alam mo yung mga ganon na parang ano talaga it's all about showing up, and it's all about trusting the process na kahit ang gulo-gulo pa sa ngayon, it will all make sense in the future.
Yung trusting the process, parang it seems so cliche and it doesn't make sense. Parang, what process am I gonna trust? Hindi ko nga alam kung ano yung proseso. Pero grabe guys, honestly, if you live day by day, just showing up and doing the best possible thing possible for you, the best possible thing for you, as in, they really do compound, and in the long run, they make sense. Na I can't emphasize that enough, na parang, you need to make the best decision possible even if it doesn't give you like a big picture consequence na not everything needs to be life-changing agad-agad. It's really the little things that give the biggest change.
Pero madam, from shifting to, oh my gosh, I'm so heartbroken. Paano yung trajectory nun? Paano mo nasabi sa sarili mo na stop, ayin, hindi na ikaw to, ganon? Ano yung mindset mo nung time na yun? Na, okay, iiwanan ko na to, I will let this go. Ikwento mo nga sa amin yung process na yun. Paano ka nag-move forward?
I think hindi ko pa nakwento, pero I was actually the one who decided to break things off. I was the one who said, uuwi na ako, I don't want this anymore. And the reason for that was, I felt like hindi ko na alam kung mangyayari ba yung kasal. Kasi it kept being postponed. As in, postponed. And to me, as somebody that young, I was confused kasi ginawa ko na lahat. I moved there. I changed my career to be there. And all of a sudden, he kept postponing. So, dumating ako sa point na I had to put my foot down. Sabi ko, kung ayaw mo ngayon, it's okay, but I need to choose myself. Yes. I really needed to choose myself kasi sabi ko, I cannot live like this. I cannot live basing my actions sa decision ng ibang tao.
Right.
Kasi parang yun yung nangyayari. I kept waiting na, okay, kailan kayo magpapakasal? Depende sa kanya. Saan kayo titira next? Kasi he was in the military, so I would move wherever he went. Tapos parang ako, I am not in control at all. Yun nga napaisip talaga ako, parang, do I really want to live this way and I am not in control of where I go and who I'm friends with? Na parang, wala akong power in that sense. I mean, I was very empowered. It was a very supportive relationship. Pero overall, I wasn't making my own decisions because I kept aligning it with somebody else. And I think at that time, I was too young to make compromises that big. Kasi I would get it if I were a little bit older, meron na akong sariling opinions, may sarili akong hobbies, meron akong sariling, may alam ko sa sarili ko ano gusto ko. But I was so young, I had no idea. I didn't really know until today na parang ngayon, I can say na if I make compromises, napag-isipan ko siya to the absolute best extent possible. Pero, dun ko na-realize na ang dami ko pang kailangan matutunan, ma-experience, ang dami ko pang kailangan aralin for me before I make any life-changing decision like this. And I got so, I don't know, like parang I woke up And I realized na it didn't have to be that way. Like, life didn't have to be that way. I could have my own choices. And actually, ito nga, oh my gosh, alam mo ba, one of the things na, isa sa mga rason why I could not demand na, bakit di na lang tayo dito sa Pilipinas? It's because of his job na he was the one kasi paying for everything, ganyan. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, ano daw, like, if I move to Manila, paano ako magtatrabaho? Who's gonna pay for us? You? Tapos parang ako, well, at that time, sabi ko, hindi ko naman afford, hindi ko naman kaya buhatin. Hindi ko naman kami kaya buhayin. So, okay, I guess I'll make the adjustment. And then,
oh my God,
this
grabe.
year, I was...
Hindi ko ma-imagine kung sa akin sinabi yun. Okay.
I was young, madam. I was so
yeah, oo nga. You were 22, so...
Pero ngayon, naaalala ko lang, I was like looking at my situation, ganyan. I was like computing
Bank
my
account.
assets, ganyan. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, afford ko today.
Only mango shakes.
Only mango shake. Sabi ko talaga when I was, this was like a couple of weeks ago, I was thinking about it. Sabi ko, kaya ko siya buhayin.
I am so proud.
I could totally do it today. 26-year-old Ayin can do that. Tapos parang ako, like, hindi talaga ako makapaniwala na.
We're done with this.
Like, napanindigan ko sa sarili ko yung decision ko to walk away. And it feels so good to have defied the limit that was kind of, I put on myself. Nasabi ko kasi sa sarili ko, I told myself na hindi ko kaya. So, I'll just like leave it to another person. But then, when I said I was gonna walk away, I also said na kakayanin ko on my own. And here we are!
Hashtag we defy to be greater. Grabe. Oh my gosh. I'm so proud of you, madam. Grabe.
Pinaglalaban ko, madam.
Diba? Tapos naalala ko lang nung early 2020 when we were starting to record yung season na kasama na ako. Parang kinikwento mo na you feel so helpless, na wala kang maambag, ganyan. But now, look at you. I'm such a proud mama. I'm such a proud mama. I'm such a proud madam.
Grabe.
Sobra.
Like, hindi talaga siya nag-make sense before. But then, you believe in your vision well enough to execute. And they really do compound. Alam mo ba, madam, meron ako before, like, very vivid vision of what I wanted, like, nabasa ko na to sa Camp Confidence eh. Pero I really wanted, diba, the printing business, Morena the label. But I also wanted like a media team, company, whatever, na gusto ko, like even my content, I have like actual people helping me and the team and producing content, not just, like as Ayin lang. Pero sobrang, at that time, when I was envisioning it and writing it down, nothing made sense. Kasi parang ako, paano ako magkakaroon ng apartment with 2 floors na nasa baba yung printing, tapos nasa taas doon ako nag-shoot. And I was like, well, wait, 2021?
Look at you now.
Tapos
Oh my
alam mo yun,
gosh.
even yung Camp Confidence natin, the fact that we record, and then we have, like, it's not just the 2 of us working anymore. Na parang,
We have a
pwede pala yun.
team. Oh my gosh. Now it really makes sense. Naaalala ko to, madam. Kinikwento mo sa akin to nung mga past few Camp Confidence episodes natin na parang, balang araw, I will have my own team. And naalala ko yung kinikwento mo na gusto kong mag-orphanage dito sa
Yun talaga. Meron akong spot na I've been eyeing for like the last 10 years kasi laging nalulugi yung school. Laging nalulugi yung school na nandun. Sinasabi ko talaga, I'm gonna turn that
Akin
into
yan.
an orphanage. As in, bibilin ko yung property na yan and that's gonna be an orphanage.
Oh my God.
So, manifest
Can't
natin
wait
yun.
for that. Yes, I will help you manifest for that.
Ay, naku, madam.
Pati nga actually, friends, mga madam, alam nyo ba, nung unang nag-apply si Ayin for Miss Universe, sinabi niya sa akin agad yun. At I have a recording. I actually have a video of her joking around na, Madam, nag-apply ako. What if I get in? And now, look at her. Look at our Madam. Alam mo, sabi ko nga, alam mo, lahat na lang, i-joke mo na lang lahat para magkatotoo lahat. Kasi lahat friends ng gino-joke niya, nagkakatotoo. Remember, you also joked na, oh my gosh, I'll have a boyfriend for 2021, and now look at her. In a very happy relationship.
I'm in a happy, healthy relationship. What?
Oh my God. Diba?
Nakakatawa. It's really, I think, Madam, you need to allow yourself to have enough fun so you can joke about your dreams. Kasi honestly, I can joke about dreams kasi hindi ako takot mag-fail. Like, honestly, if hindi magkatotoo, like, let's say, I'm gonna get an orphanage. If that doesn't happen, if hindi ko matupad yung pangarap na yon, like, I won't feel as if may kulang sa buhay ko. Because I know I would have done something else that would have been either better or, you know, it made more sense. Parang, don't be afraid to dream and say those things out loud. And don't be afraid to fail too in the process. Kasi, like, honestly, failure is not like the worst possible thing. Failure, it really isn't like the worst thing.
It's very, very important to embrace failure. Kasi doon ka talaga natututo. Alam ko, naririnig nyo na to paulit-ulit sa akin. Pero, yun talaga. Wala talagang secret sauce. Walang cookie cutter plans for success. Pero it's just about embracing failures. It's about being okay with not being okay. And being okay with failing na parang, ay, hindi to mag-work. At least, from there, you don't start from zero. You start from experience, di ba? Ano talaga, it takes a lot of mindset shifts din talaga to overcome every single struggle. I think yun din talaga yung mga processes or tips to, alam mo yun, overcome things. Kasi hindi talaga madali ang buhay. Isa yan sa mga mindset ko na hindi madali ang buhay at kasama ang problema sa buhay natin. Kasi if we keep on stressing about problems na hindi natin tinatanggap na, oh my gosh, may concern na naman, or oh my gosh, may concern na naman ako sa trabaho ko, masistress lang tayo ng masistress every single day. But if you embrace na parang, I get to have this job. I get to have this business. Wala. Yan talaga. I think that's how I overcome things. That's how I allow myself to experience failure. Kapag naiisip ko na, okay lang na mahirap, pero at least nakakatulong ako sa iba. Like for example, in entrepreneurship, mahirap talaga siya eh. Mahirap mag-balance ng lahat. Sa tao, sa supplier, sa client, sa sarili mo, kakapanganak lang ng aso ko, kaya kasi kasuhin. Alam mo yun, maraming kailangang i-balance. But in my head, I always replay na at least I get to do entrepreneurship in my own terms. At least I get to live my life in my own terms. Ikaw, Madam, ano yung mga tips mo on how to overcome struggles, mga pinagdadaanan sa buhay, ganyan?
I remember yung episode natin with Josh, and he said something about always struggling, na parang there always needs to be a struggle. I think one of the things na I realized was we need to accept that will always be a reality. Na there is always something we'll be struggling about. There is always something na we are worrying about because that's just life. That's what it means to be human. As in, we are always going to struggle and there's something talaga na we will face. But yung acceptance nun allows us to zoom out of the picture and realize na, una sa lahat, we're not the only one experiencing that. Number two, you've been through worse, or kung hindi man yan, if that's the worst thing you'll ever go through, there will be tomorrow. There will be next year. And like 10 years from now, this could be like a very, very small thing. Na I always try to do that na accepting, okay, this is how things are right now, but I need to think logically, okay, how can I go through this next year? What would my life look like? And it's just, for me, being able to move around my perspective from the past, the future, accepting, not accepting, talagang, alam mo yun, like being able to process things sa utak ko has allowed me to get through stuff. Kasi even something as simple as, like the Miss Universe journey, it hasn't been that easy for me, especially in the beginning, because I've never been subject to so much online criticism. As in, I've been a content creator for a while, pero ngayon lang akong, nung nag-pageant ako, dun ako nakarinig na sobrang daming insulto sa body ko, sa face ko, sa ambitions ko. I've never experienced that before. But the thing is, I've had that ability to switch perspectives, to accept, to zoom out. And even if never pa ako naka-experience ng ganito kalala na, online criticism, I've realized na that attitude I've cultivated in the past can also help me today. And honestly, after like the first few weeks na, naman, madam, I called you many times na I was really struggling. I was really struggling with it. But now na medyo naka-adjust na ako, I've accepted it na this is the reality of being in a pageant and Miss Universe of all things. Na I can now, enjoy it. Na parang I've been able to move past it and now I can actually enjoy it. Na yun nga, you mentioned to me na, Ayin, you get to experience this. You get to join Miss Universe. This, like, going back to that mindset na, oo nga no, it takes a lot of adjustment. It takes a lot of, talking to your support system. Yeah. It's a lot of work, but it's doable. It's possible to overcome things like that. Now, anything you think is futile right now, it's never that bad. Like, it really does take time. It takes a lot of adjustments, pero there is a way to defy things. To be greater.
Yes, very much yes. Kasi, ganito, yun nga, again, ganun talaga yung buhay. Mahihirapan ka talaga at mahihirapan. Sometimes, one analogy I also think about is that I tell myself that I am a diamond in the rough. Wow. A diamond in the rough means, kasi 'di ba ang diamonds kapag nakuha mo talaga siya, as in wala, hindi mo pa makikita yung shine, yung clarity, etc. So now, for you to be able to see alam mo yun, yung nakikita na natin sa mga singseng na diamonds, anong tawag doon? It goes through a lot of pressure. It goes through a lot of, alam mo yun, fire. So, ngayon, ang iniisip ko, diamond in the rough ako ngayon kasi nahihirapan ako. I still personally don't see my shine. But, kapag walang pressure, meaning walang problema, walang fire, hindi ka maiinitan, hindi ka magiging uncomfortable, hindi mo makikita yung totoong ikaw. Hindi mo makikita yung totoong diamond in yourself. Yun yung isa sa mga analogies ko na nilalagay sa utak ko every single time din na, okay lang, nahihirapan ako ngayon, so it means I will be stronger tomorrow. Okay lang na nahihirapan ako ngayon kasi at least sa next year, masishare ko na to sa ibang nakaka-experience din ito. Yun din yung isa sa mga iniisip ko na okay lang na nahihirapan ako ngayon, at least I will learn something from this. I will share this someday to other people who might also be struggling like I am right now. Ganun.
I love that mindset na parang always looking into the future, saying na, alam mo, ikukwento ko to next time. Gagawin ko tong talk, gagawin ko tong story, and I'm going to be able to walk other people through it kasi napagdaanan ko na siya. And it's such a hopeful perspective na, you know what, I'm experiencing this now and it's awful, but next year this is gonna make a really good talk. This is going to turn into a really good chapter when I write my book. Ganyan. Yes. Nagjo-joke na naman ako.
Eto na naman friends. Let's
author.
Document. Yes. She will be a published author. Ayan. Lagi nga sinasabi sa akin ni Josh na parang kapag kunwari I'm struggling, alam mo yun, breaking down, may breakdown ako in a day, lagi niyang sinasabi sa akin na Riz, napagdaanan mo na yung ibang ganito before, kaya mo pa rin to ngayon. Na this will be a good story to tell in the future.
Kakayan.
Susuka pero di susuko.
I love it!
All the time.
Anyway, I love that therapy session. That was fun.
Grabe. It was a great reset. Thanks again so much, Cream Silk, for having us make kwento these stories on how we defy to be greater. Hi.
That was fun. I really love this whole topic, and parang thank you, Cream Silk, for allowing us to reevaluate and go back to our roots and see, how did we overcome those things? So again, for those of you who are wondering, talk about the physical manifestations of stress and how we can overcome hair fall. Ayan. So again, we have the all-new Cream Silk Ultimate Hair Fall Defiance, your ultimate hair fall solution with 3 times keratin and revolutionary fiber actives that strengthen and protect your hair fall at the cellular level.